Hello everybody, my name is Mateo Salvador. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator. In today's episode, it is autumn. Late autumn, actually, and it is getting cold. Look at the ground texture. See, look, this is the grass I was talking about, if Iwan was talking about it ever. The guy who made the map, he changed the grass texture to change colors with the seasons, which I think is really cool. So I'm not sure if this is episode 21 or 22. I'm thinking it's episode 22. That's what I'm planning. Last episode, we bought a bunch of things, and, well, we're kind of just sitting here. Now, I was looking on the map. Let's just get on the roof, because that's normal. All right, so we have this tree here that's in the middle of the field, and it doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. So I was thinking that this map, because when we moved to this new version of the map, we copied a lot of what we had in our previous save to this one. So I thought that maybe it kind of caused things to spawn in places they weren't supposed to be, like this tree, for example. So what I did is I started a brand new save, and I looked around the map, specifically at this tree. This tree exists on a new save. So this tree's just kind of here, regardless to if I am on a brand new save or this one. So I guess it's really not a glitch. All we got to do is take a chainsaw to it and we can get this tree down. Now the other thing that I found too, if we go into the seasons menu, is this. For some reason, grass and wheat are overlapping each other in the seasons menu. It's okay. The new save game that I created with this map has the same problem. So we're okay. Everything's fine. We'll just carry on with our work as if nothing happened at all, because it doesn't really seem like I can fix it since, well, the new version of the map on a start from scratch save without any, old files or anything like that still has the same trees and the same everything. We have nothing to worry about. My biggest fear is that there was going to be something wrong with the map so that as we go through the year, bad things would happen. That's okay, though. Now I don't have to worry anymore knowing that this map is pretty much no different than if we had just started a brand new save. Alrighty, so for today's episode, what we're going to do is going to be a pretty chill day. What we're going to do is we're going to use the plow here. If you missed the previous few episodes, I bought some new equipment. That gravity wagon, this sewing machine, which is for grain, as well as that cultivator over there, and this plow. I realize I have a lot of red. Red. Everything is red here. Wow. I guess red is just my color. Red, red, red. Red inside the barn. I did remove our grain auger, so no longer are we required to pay for it. When spring does start, if I know myself, I'm going to be scrambling to get things done because there's just so much that has to be done, including cultivating and all that other stuff, that we might as well just start doing some of it now just to get it out of the way. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about a few other things. I wanted to rant about something, but I don't think I'm going to. It's only like 7:20 a.m. where I live. What I was going to talk about was my school and mental health. It's something that has always frustrated me, and I needed to get it out of my system. You see, I know I think I've talked about this very briefly, right? My school, they exaggerate their feelings towards mental health. They're always like, we care so much about your mental health. We will do everything we possibly can to make sure that you are in a happy, good environment and that your mental health is well taken care of. And no, they don't do that. It always irritates me. No, they don't do that. They always say, make sure you go down, talk to an adult, we'll get you handled and everything like that, right? You'll get the help you need. Well, I'll just say this. They actually don't do that, right? Because what happens when you do go down to speak to the counselor or somebody else, right? You know what they do? They tell you they don't have time and to come back later, right? Or they will call you down when they do have time, right? It frustrates me so much that they say how much, like, that's pretty much the motto, right? Whenever they start any, school-wide meeting, because we have a lot of, like, school-wide meetings where, like, the entire school goes down to, like, the gym, with the principal and everything like that, and there's all these conversations. And that's like one of the biggest things he talks about is mental health. And yet you go down to talk to somebody about mental health, and they don't do anything about it. It's so frustrating, right? And so I went down, I think this was in January. Yeah, it was in January. I went down to go say that I had a problem, right? And I think if you've been on this channel for a while, I'm pretty sure that you've probably known that I did talk about that I had a problem a little while back. And I went down there. The meeting was literally a minute long. The counselor basically told me he would call me down when he had time. You want to know when he called me down? 2 months later. It was March 5th when he finally called me down. I went down in January, right after Christmas vacation. I was like, all right. Damn, you know? So much for you care so much about mental health, right? Well, that's basically a shortened version of my rant that I had. It's just so frustrating. And some of the teachers have also talked about that. Like, there are some teachers that I know who really don't like our school system. They would do anything to leave our school system. Which, I mean, our school system, there's a lot of rich people, so you'd think that the school would have a lot more, that it would be a lot better, because it's in a really rich area, right? That being said, since it's not really in a poor environment, right, that they would do more to deal with the mental health issues, but in reality, they do nothing. Just so frustrating. Whatever, it's fine. My school system's okay, though. It's okay, I can't complain, really. It's better than some other school systems, truly. They spend money on things they don't need, and then say that they care about stuff that they really don't care about. What else was I going to talk about? Yesterday was... What was yesterday? Yesterday was Friday. First sunny day we've had in Ohio. Ohio's weather's horrible. Like, you see this weather? I need a day like this. And yesterday was the first day that was like this. No clouds in the sky. Well, I mean, there's clouds here, but there weren't any clouds. It was sunny. It was somewhat warm. No rain. And the unfortunate thing is that's the day that I had the most work I had to do. It's like whenever the weather's good, I have a lot of work I have to do, right? But then when it's like I have hours of free time, right? Like I have few classes, it's always raining or snowing, and it sucks. Really sucks. But I was able to get outside yesterday. It was good. First time I was outside in a little while, so I'm getting cabin fever like it's my job to get cabin fever. Like, it sucks horribly. But I'm glad that in real life I live on a farm. It's amazing to be out in the country because I can go wherever the heck I want to, practically. So yesterday, my other work I really had to do was I had to do an audition, turn in an audition, an online audition it had to be through. And I actually rage quitted on one of the pieces we had to play. So it's 4 pieces where we had to do 4 different things of music. I think one was like scales, one was mixed rhythms, and that was the one that I just could not do for the life of me. There were these set of high notes, and it was whatever I did. I literally, like, I don't even know what I did. But, like, I could not get it to the life of me. Those high notes that I had, I just could not get my fingers into the right spot to play it properly. It was so irritating. So in the recording that I made of it, I said, all right, I'm done. I've tried that so many times. At my school, there are no violins, so, I mean, I'm one of 2 violinists in the entire school system. There are no cellos, no violas, no strings. It's basically a wind ensemble, but they allow violins. And I know they've had a double bass once, and they had a cello a while back. But there's one other violinist, and it pretty much, if we audition, I mean, since there's really no section we're a part of, we're bound to get in. It's like, meh. I mean, we're playing with oboe music over here, right? Because it's written in the same key, so... I kind of rage quit it. I was so annoyed. I was like, I just cannot get this to the life of me. It was just these set of high notes. And I could not get my fingers into the right spot. I don't know what's wrong. All the other ones I did just fine, though. It was like, all right, it's just that one. Why did I do this? I actually didn't want to go this way. I was actually interested on turning around, but okay, whatever. Can this lift up, please? There we go. Just lift it up. It's fine. I think we need to wait for this Deutz-Fe. Talking about Deutz-Fe, I saw my boss's tractor pass by the house. Pretty cool to see him passing by, because he's actually one of his, well, he's got like a set of fields at his house, right? And then he's got another set of fields that is down another road past my house. And so whenever he passes by, I see him. And there's not that many tractors that actually pass by. The farms in my area are very small. And a lot of the times the fields are actually very close to their places. So around our place is our fields, you know. And then, you know, rarely does a tractor ever pass by. Because it's not like it's a massive farming community. It used to be a big farming community, but it's kind of died down now. I mean, it's still a lot of country. If you come out here, you're in the country. You're going to see the country, because there's quite a few farms still, but it's not like Walker's Farms, right? It's not like them. Or Millennial Farmer, right? It's not really like them at all. It's a little smaller than that. There's a lot more. You could say it's almost a little bit more like 10th generation dairyman, right? Just a little bit smaller than that, though. Probably just as much land, but a lot of it's hidden away. All right, so real quick before I put on a time lapse, I think I'm going to time lapse the rest of this. I did get a new mod that we're going to play with this year. It is this baler right here. Here it is. This baler is not very common. At least I've never seen one, and I believe that they're really not common, actually, because I think I've only ever seen one person in a YouTube video use this. Most of the time, even around where I live and a lot of places, these balers are extremely common. But it basically makes the same size of bale as these ones. And this one's got a cool few features to it. You can change the color if you wanted to. You could change the brand. So Heston, Challenger. I know they have Fendt. There you go. Massey Ferguson, of course. Oh, look at that. The warning triangle. That's cool. If we do anything, we're going to be using the bale chute with a brand new trailer that I got off of Mod Hub. Here they are. 3 trailers. They're pretty much the same. The only difference is the color and the brand. So we'll go with the Krone here. It's $6,000. And if we go here, we can change. I imagine you could have it as a grain trailer. Here's a bunch of different configurations. Or you could have a bale trailer. So this is pretty cool. I like this bale trailer a lot. It's pretty awesome. You could also have it as this type of trailer. So also for square bales. It'd be cool in Farming Simulator if you could have somebody standing on the trailer and like pulling the bales out. That'd be pretty awesome. Unfortunately, though, they don't model it in so that a person can stand on a trailer without just automatically flowing to the back, right? Because you have a person standing on the trailer. When the trailer moves forward, the person stands in place with the earth and just falls off the back. They don't move with the trailer, which I think really sucks. It'd be pretty cool if you could stand on a trailer and move with the trailer. So you could do it this way. Round bales, I imagine you could have on this. You could also do square bales too. I also got this tractor as well. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love old tractors. That's why I always go for the old stuff. It's only $27,000, so we'll see. Maybe we'll even buy it for here. Who knows? It'll be awesome. Alrighty, well, I'm going to leave you in a bit of a time lapse just to get this field finished up, and I might do that one as well. And then that'll be it, I think, for this episode. Maybe we'll even buy something. I don't know. I'm thinking we might buy something. I don't know. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. Airport CO is not done. I'm just waiting for myself to get some what is it called? Motivation. I was going to say majority, but that's not the right term. Majority and motivation are definitely not the right term. But motivation for the series, unfortunately, I guess I'm kind of, what do they call it? Like writer's block? I guess I have writer's block with the series at the moment. So if you record a series when you're not interested in it, it'll just collapse, and that's not what I want. So, all right, I'll see you guys in just a bit. So we are done. Man, I hate plowing in Farming Simulator. Hate it. Just hate it. Real life, it's work. Love it. I'll do it all day, every day. But man, Farming Simulator, I tell you what, I despise it. Now, we plowed a field we didn't need to plow, which is kind of not really the most beneficial thing that I was hoping we could do with our lives, but that's okay. That's okay. It's whatever. I guess the only thing that does is it allows us to get a few more plants. I guess, what is it called? A few more years out of this field without having to plow it again. So, I mean, I guess that's okay. Tomorrow, my plan is... Actually, you know what? Let's take this down the road. No. We'll leave this parked right here for right now, because I think what I'm going to do is next episode, we might do some planting. I want to get another tractor. We might get another tractor. I'm debating it at the moment, if it's even worth it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry that I'm not talking right now. I'm actually kind of debating on what I want to do. I think it's going to do it for us for this episode of Farming Simulator. It's just a way to get back into the fields, and we can at least... Man, I need to fix this hole. Look at this. I don't know how to use the brush. Let me save the game here and see if we can figure out how it works. I want to flatten this ground out, because there's just this hole that's here that I think was created when we moved the files over. So let's park this right here. This is sinking into the ground. That's beautiful. How do I use how do I use this? How in the world does this thing operate? Terrain cannot be modified here. How do I flatten it? Can I just like flatten it? I want to flatten this out. It would be beautiful. You know what? Actually, I wonder, does this flatten? Like, does this actually flatten the ground out? Just kind of wondering. Like, I thought I read somewhere that it did, but I don't know if maybe that wasn't a legit source. I mean, this isn't really much of a bother. It's just this little area here. There's like a trench that was dug here. And man, they need to really work with their terraforming tools, because I don't know how this works. Like, if I was to do this, would it go down or would it go up? Terraforming cannot be modified here. Interesting. Maybe it's the house that's the problem. Maybe it's just the trailer. You know what? It's okay. It's not big. It's not that big of a deal. We're gonna park this right here. I'll see you in the next episode of Farming Simulators, Farming Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Peace. By the way, I was thinking about this when I was planting before we end the episode. I know I was talking about getting animals in that field over there. However, I've decided we're not going to do that this year. We don't have the capabilities. We don't have the machines. I think this year what we're going to do is we're going to spend all of our money on machines.